Ladies and gentlemen.
And we're back. This is Drew Sits with tonight. I'm joined by Femi. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Thank you for coming out.
I know, I'm super excited.
So are you doing Six Flags this morning?
Yeah, I'm going to Six Flags as soon as we're done.
That's awesome.
I'm very, very excited.
Have you ever been there before?
Yeah, I try to go every year since I've been in America, and it has been terrific. I usually go for Fright Fest.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Yeah, the first one was absolutely insane. It was in Missouri, and again, it blew my freaking mind.
Oh, wow. Yeah. All the costumes and stuff.
Yeah,
People running around.
Yeah, and people like literally chasing you, and there's a guy with a machete just like doing this wild, coolest thing ever.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Six Flags should sponsor you right now. We're doing a lot of promo for them.
That would be cool. I would love that.
It would be very fucking cool.
Do a podcast on a roller coaster.
That would be
So one time I was doing.
that would be so freaking cool.
That would be
a
fun.
podcast on a roller coaster would be fun.
That's a good idea. I don't know how well it would work, but
I mean, but you see those videos of like people like on a roller coaster and they are doing like the thing. It blows my freaking mind.
yeah.
It's
So do you
good.
like all the rides? You do everything?
No, that's the thing. So I'm poor. I can't do everything because I don't have the flash pass. So it's again, while spending like 3 hours waiting in one line, it's the most.
Yeah, that sucks.
It sucks so fucking bad. But
Yeah, I hate that. I haven't been to Six Flags in forever, but
Shit.
as a kid, like in school, you could do like a reading club kind of thing, and then like they'd give you like a free ticket or something like a half off ticket or something like that.
Oh.
So every once in a while, like in elementary school and stuff, we do that, which is
Okay.
fun. But yeah, I haven't gone in a while. Where do you live? You're in the city?
yeah, Bridgeport.
Okay, cool, nice.
Yeah.
So how far was that from here?
Let's say I think give or take 15 miles or something.
Okay, damn. So that is pretty far.
It's a little bit of a drive. So basically, it's like right beside downtown. Yeah.
Gotcha, cool.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, here is kind of like
Yeah, yeah,
halfway
yeah.
to the thing. Cool. So are you going by yourself?
I'm going with a couple friends.
Oh,
yeah.
great.
So one of my friends has this thing. What's it called? The pass, the season pass or something.
Okay.
Yeah, and I get like a huge discount if she brings me. So I'm just like, yes,
Perfect.
absolutely.
Yeah. Have you ever done the water park?
No, I haven't.
I haven't done that either, but it looks pretty cool.
That I literally haven't seen anything. So basically, I'm terrified of the water because so black people can't swim. So I don't do anything water or acrobatic.
So you can't swim.
I don't. Nah, I can't.
Why? You don't want to learn?
I want to learn.
You
but
just never did.
Yes, I never did, and I don't want to be like, oh my god, I don't have the time. I feel like again, I can create the time if I need to. I just never learned.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's like a language. Like if you learn it when you're a little kid,
Oh, okay.
you're gonna know it right away. But if you try to learn how to swim as an adult, I'm sure that'd be kind of difficult. I don't know.
Yeah, like all of my nieces and nephews, they're like excellent at it. Great swimmers. They've been doing this since like they were 2, and I'm just like, okay, good for you. Like, nice. You're never going to have trauma of nearly drowning or anything, which is
It
good.
is scary. I mean,
It's
like,
terrifying.
yeah, I've been in like big waves and stuff before where you're like, oh shit, this is serious. You know?
Oh wow. Were you like sailing or something?
No, just like swimming in the ocean. Yeah. I've never gone sailing. So we're pretty close to the beach, and I want to sail so bad. I think that'd be so cool. Obviously, to get a sailboat is like thousands of dollars and stuff, you know. But it'd be I don't know. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, I know. I mean, one of the places where I work at, there's a man, and he apparently they do sailboat racing or something every year.
Really?
Yeah, in literally Lake Michigan, and they go from Lake Michigan to Michigan itself. I don't know where exactly. In Michigan,
Cool.
but they do it every single year. And
Damn.
again, you should look into it. It sounds very, very. Again, not for me. I don't dig it. It sounds very, very terrifying.
So why do black people not know how to swim?
Systemic racism. We're changing the tone. But again, I feel like with me, I grew up in Nigeria and
Right. Yeah, we probably should have said that, right?
exactly right. So basically, like, access to pools and things like that, I just didn't have it. And
Right.
I lived in a city, so it's kind of like I never had a reason to swim. So
Can you drive? Do you have a
yeah,
car?
I drove.
Okay, great. Nice.
Yeah, I did. Ironically, I started driving when I moved to America.
Okay. Did you have a car in Nigeria?
Nah.
How was your life in Nigeria? Like how on the scale? Because to get to America, I'm sure it takes a lot of money.
It is very, very
So like, were you a
expensive.
rich Nigerian that came here, or?
I mean, again, I wouldn't. So rich is very, very. And I'm gonna be, oh my god, rich is very subjective. I would say that my parents did well enough.
Okay.
And I am very, very thankful for exactly these sacrifices that they made. That is pretty much all.
Gotcha.
It's kind of where I can say, because again, it wasn't easy for them. It absolutely wasn't easy for them.
I'm sure.
And they made a shit ton of sacrifices for me to be here, and for all of my sisters and everybody. So I wouldn't say like rich, like, because they're like Nigerians that are rich enough that they don't have to work in America. So I'm like, okay, I'm still working and I'm still doing all those other things. I mean, heck, I wish I didn't have to.
Right.
And I could just do stand up full time
course.
and then just be chilling during the day or something more.
That's great. So did you do any stand up in Nigeria?
No, I mean, the only reason I even really started stand up was because I moved to the city and I wanted friends. It is such a loser thing.
No, that's not a loser thing. That makes sense. You're basically hanging out with people.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to do a job. Yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
So what got you into stand up?
So
The
when
friends, obviously, but like, did you watch stand up comedians or?
Yeah, I mean, I did watch. When I moved to Chicago, one of the I tried to like attend events, and one of the first events I saw was at Laugh Factory, and it was like one of the Tuesday shows. Have you ever been?
No.
Oh, dude, you need to go. It is awesome.
I should.
Well, basically, there's like a Tuesday show, and I was watching it, and I was like, this is so good.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was hoping that one day I would be able to do that. And that's like the awesome story. But then a couple months later, I went to a stand-up show on a rooftop. And I don't want to say the guy's name. I really don't, because he's huge in comedy. He's
really,
he's huge in like Chicago comedy, and he was headlining, and he did a set, and it was terrible.
Oh, really?
That dude ate so much shit. It was very, very, very bad, and it was so bad. I was like, I feel like I can do this.
Right, right. It's true.
Yeah, exactly. So that was pretty much like, it was the impetus. I was just like, I can do this, and then I did my first set, and I ate total shit, and I was like, okay, maybe I can.
Right.
It was a very humbling experience.
Yeah, I've never done it.
Do what you should.
I know. I get it, and I love stand up. I love stand up podcasts and stuff like that. So I know all about it, but it just seems so hard, and to just, like you said, that you eat shit and then like your whole day is ruined, basically. You know, like
100%.
Until you do another set and it goes well, I assume. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I feel eventually you do get like a tough skin, a tiger skin to like eating shit. Like once you've eaten shit enough times, and most of the time, ideally, you should be eating shit at an open mic, not necessarily at a show.
right.
So because at a show you are going with, okay, I have tried out these jokes actually work, versus at an open mic. And if you're eating shit at an open mic, more likely than not, everyone around you is also eating shit. So it's kind of like, okay, you can't necessarily judge me for
Right.
doing
Plus, you're
bad.
trying a new joke or something, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And is the crowd at an open mic mostly comedians?
It's mostly like 90% of the time is comedians. I call it your harshest critic.
Right. Right. Because everybody's like, this guy's a hack.
Oh yeah,
sucks.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel, at least when I first started, there was a lot of like anxiety and nervousness. You're about to go up, you're very, very tense. I mean, I don't get that as much right now because, again, like, it's been more than a year that I've been doing it. But again, a lot of people who are open mics have that anxiety, and they're not even really like listening to you. They're just like scared, focused on their own material. And even so, that's basically my theory as to why, if you have something that works at an open mic, 100% is going to kill at a comedy club or something.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. If it's good there, it's going to be great
It's
anywhere
going to be
else.
literally anywhere else, because again, harshest critic, these are people that are just like very, very stressed.
Right. They're stressed out about their set.
About their own set. So
right. They're
for
not
them,
even having fun.
Right. So for them to like listen to you, I'm like, okay, this is actually very funny. I should laugh. Boom. This is good.
That's so interesting. How cruel can the other open micers be? Are they like backstabbing you? Are they?
Nah, I mean, for me, I'm terrific. People love me. But I feel for the most part, like, at least from what I've experienced in the Chicago comedy scene, everyone is extremely nice.
Oh, that's cool.
And there's this insane degree of camaraderie that people have. And like, again, if even like, so long you're not like a horribly mean person, you're going to be fine. Like, you really, really are going to be fine. People are like very, very nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been interviewing more comedians in Chicago.
Yeah,
so,
comedians are always willing to do interviews. Anything for the views.
it's great. Yeah, exactly. It works out good, and it's like you guys are trying to be funny, so it's going to make the episode better. Like,
Right.
I've done like musicians and DJs and stuff, and they're not really the same. You know, you're here, you're excited, you want to talk and stuff. Where they're trying to be cool. You know what I mean? They're trying to be like mysterious, and it's like, this doesn't work for the interview. You know.
How was Ruse?
Oh, he's great.
Dude,
You know him?
Yeah. I saw he did a show last night with James Niger. Do you know James Niger?
I don't think I do.
Dude, you need to have him. James Niger.
I would love to.
Yeah, he's huge. He has like 1.5 million followers on TikTok. He's again huge, very very huge.
Cool.
So he did a show last night, and he had Ruse, and Ruse did 3 songs. So freaking good.
Yeah, I did his show.
Oh, you did Ruse's
Months ago.
Oh, okay.
His
nice.
podcast, yeah.
Okay.
So I went to his place, and that was cool and everything. And it was cool to talk to another podcast. Like he does rap and he doesn't do comedy, right? He just goes to open mics. But either way, so it's cool to like talk to him about what he does and his system and everything. And then I ended up somebody canceled on me. And I'm like, dude, I need somebody like last minute. Can you fill in?
And he was like,
he's like, yeah, of course. So that was cool. So then again, we kind of talked shop a little bit more. And he's crazy. He does like 3 a week.
wow.
I do 1 a week, and I'm like, I can't.
3 pods a week.
It's nuts, dude. Yeah.
Dang. And that's the thing, they're long. They're like 2 hours long.
I know. And yeah. And he does all these open mic, performances and stuff. I'm like, yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, Rose is pretty freaking cool. He's awesome.
I'll cut it out, but who's the guy that bombed? I want to know.
Dude, I honestly, I really don't want to say because.
I'll cut it out. No, just say, I want to hear it. I don't know who that is.
Exactly. That's the thing. You might not know him, but again, every single Chicago comic knows him because he's so good.
Interesting.
Like regularly, he does so well. But that night, I think that night was just an off night for him.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So you don't think he's a hack?
He's in that 100%.
It was just you saw him have a bad night.
Yeah, he does well. He produces awesome shows. He does like very well. So it was just like that night he ate total shit, and I was just like, yeah, I can't do this.
That is so funny.
It's very freaking.
Have you seen any big comedians perform?
I mean,
like anybody famous?
I have met Jeff Ross, which was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
The Roast Master General.
Yeah, literally the roast. Right. It was ironically, it was on my birthday this year, and we're doing the roast battle tournament.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun. Met him in Zane. He's super freaking nice. He was talking about removing a part of his intestines or something like. Again, it was very fucking gross. He's a great guy, though.
That's funny. So, how do you like roasting versus just doing a regular set versus like improv or something like that? Like,
I've never done improv before. There's beef between comedians and improvers.
Of course.
No, I'm kidding, but I feel like at least basically my thing with improv is. I feel like most comedians, or at least every comedian, should do improv. It will make you a significantly better comedian, significantly better. I haven't done it. I just feel like
it's just lame, right?
Yeah, exactly. Everyone thinks it's lame.
It's like nerdy, right?
It's very, very. I mean, if I'm doing improv, best believe I am trying to fuck someone on the team. That is the only reason why. That's the only reason why I'm doing improv. But basically,
that improv. Exactly. So good.
It blows your freaking mind.
Yes, and
yes, and that's so freaking funny.
Some improv can be good. Like I've seen good improv before, but when it's bad, it's like so cringy, and you're just like, I want to get out of here. Just.
Yeah, I also feel like, do you think that improv is harder than stand up?
I mean, hypothetically, it's all on the spot. So
yeah, exactly.
That should make it harder.
Yeah, that's the thing. I also feel like it's significantly harder because you can't plan ahead. You don't know what the audience is going to say. I remember this one time I was in college and I attended an improv show. And then they were like, hey, give us the profession of this person. And I was like, school tutor. And everybody just looked at me and like, you need to leave. Like, why? They did not appreciate it at all, not one bit.
So, and that's the other thing. Like comics, they would think that's hilarious.
They would think it's absolutely
improv.
Hilarious.
People are like,
nah, no,
my goodness,
like, how dare you?
Yeah, exactly. Chicago has a big improv history, right? Like a lot of like the SNL people came from Chicago and stuff, and a lot of like the old '80s movies. I think those guys are all kind of from Chicago, so. Yeah. Kind of cool. Second City, right? That's like the big thing.
Yeah, Second City. I also think Iowa. Have you been to Iowa?
I have not.
So basically, Iowa is like I don't know the exact neighborhood, but it's kind of like in the middle of the city, and apparently a lot of people also did improv there as well, like Amy Poehler,
Cool.
this black guy, Tina Fey, all of them. Apparently they went through it. So like again, blows my freaking mind.
Interesting. I'm right by Northwestern, and
Oh wow.
I heard that there's like their theater program or something is really good.
Okay.
So I haven't looked into it at all, but someone was telling me like, oh yeah, like a lot of famous actors went to Northwestern and did that like program and stuff. So it has like a lot of money and people take it really seriously. So I don't know if I would see a play or I don't know. I'm not really into that, but it could be kind of a fun date night or something. I don't know.
Right. So like, what are you typically into?
What?
What are you typically into?
What am I typically into?
Yeah.
Oh, again, podcasts
Nice.
is all I listen to, but I don't know. I'm trying to think. That's all I do.
Again, very, very good. It's just very specific. You get to put your time in it. Nice.
I know. So last night we went to the Lumineers. You know that band?
No. I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever seen them.
Yeah, you would definitely know a couple songs from the radio. They're probably from like maybe 2010 or something like that.
Right.
Maybe. So they're a little bit older now, but they're still famous. But anyways, my dad and my sister got tickets, and so me and my fiance went.
Okay.
So super fun at Soldier Field.
Nice.
But
I'm literally never been to Soldier Field. I need to go.
it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's massive. You know, it's huge.
Yeah, they're building a new stadium, right? And they haven't been able to figure out where to put it.
Yes. So in Arlington Heights, which is like a suburb, maybe like 35 minutes from here or something like that.
Why would you want to put it there? No one will be able to get there. Like literally, absolutely no one is going to make the
But so
drive.
it's the opposite.
Oh yeah.
Because anybody from the suburbs hates going to Soldier Field currently.
Right.
Right? Because it's impossible to get to when you leave. You know, it's really hard to get out and get it to the highway. It takes forever, right? So people would rather have it in the suburbs so that the people in the suburbs can go to the game.
And then the people from the city
would be like, fuck that. So
Right.
that's why it's been this big battle. But I believe the Park District, the Chicago Park District owns Soldier Field. So basically the Bears don't own the stadium. So they're not able to control it as much or make as much money, I think is what it is. So that's one of the reasons why they want to build their own stadium. Also, it's kind of out of date. It doesn't have a roof, right? It's open. So for football, it's like...
It's just basically impossible,
Yeah,
and it gets very cold.
We would say like, oh, that's our strength. You know, we're cold. You know, it's windy. You know, we can play better. But in actuality, it's like, oh no, our home games just are shit. Like,
Right.
We're just not as good. So I think that's part of it too. But yeah, they haven't started building it. There used to be a racehorse track in Arlington, and they knocked it down, and so that's where they're going to build it. So it's kind of cool. Yeah. Are you a sports fan? Do you follow any teams?
I absolutely not. Dude, all I know is just like Soldier Field and the like football. I literally don't. I mean, I freaking love Super Bowl.
Right.
Super Bowl Sundays, right?
Of course.
Terrific.
Did you get that in Nigeria?
Nope. Ironically, that was like one of the first like events I ever went to in America. Like my roommate was like, "Hey, do you want to go for Super Bowl Sunday?" And I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah, it's the best.
There was a lot of food, huge turkey, and I'm like, I fucking love this. This is awesome.
Yeah, football's great. Snacks, beers, all that stuff. Do you drink at all?
Nah.
No? So you said imam earlier, right? So are you Muslim?
No. I mean, I just never started drinking.
Oh, okay.
And it was just kind of like, okay, if you never started, I never developed a taste for it. And
right. Why start if you don't have to?
If you never have
Clearly, it's not good for people.
Yeah, apparently it literally isn't. So it's just like, at this point now, I'm just like very thankful that I never did.
Yeah.
And I mean, this didn't really like, wasn't like a huge driving factor, but in like high school, I went to like a boarding school, and there was an event where a couple of people they caught them drinking, and they didn't let them basically attend the graduation. It was very, very embarrassing.
Yeah.
It was very, very sad.
That is embarrassing.
Yeah, and basically like I feel like it just like reinforced, hey, drinking. Basically, it was heavily reinforced in me when I grew up, essentially.
Yeah, interesting. What about your parents? They don't do it either?
My mom, no, but my dad, very, very, very little.
Interesting. Yeah, it's probably better.
Yeah.
And you save money.
Yeah, you save it. Our drinks are very, very expensive.
I know. Yeah, we were looking at our finances recently, and we're like, you know, because we eat out like once a week, pretty much. You know, like Friday night or Saturday night, we'll go out to dinner.
And again, you need to treat yourself. You've earned it.
Right, exactly. And, you know, like we make food all the rest of the nights and stuff. So, yeah, we'll go out. But then it's like, okay, but if we both have 2 drinks at dinner, that's like
Right.
doubling the price of the bill. So it's like, fuck, you know, like we like you said, you can treat yourself, but at the same time,
Yeah, you probably
it's not worth it.
Right.
So yeah, we kind of made a rule. Like, okay, we'll have one drink at dinner,
Right.
and that's it. You know.
Or do you like buy drinks and put it at home, or you don't stock it at home or anything?
I have a massive bar in the other room,
Very
stocked with liquor. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, exactly. We'll drink before we go or whatever, or have a
Don't drink
after.
before you go, then you have to drive, bro. Don't admit to that on the pod.
No, I that's why I love living here. Is we're like 2 blocks from the train.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay.
And it's super bikeable. Like it's not super congested in Evanston. It's a little bit, you know, whatever. So we can ride our bikes all over. So I do ride my bike and drunk all the time, but it's not quite the same. As
yeah, it is true. You'll be fine. It's not that bad.
That's so funny.
Yeah, no operating heavy machinery is fine.
So you came to America recently, I assume, right? In the last couple of years?
Yeah. January 2020.
Oh wow!
So like right before COVID.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I know. I brought
You
it
snuck
with
in
me.
through, though.
And I brought it with me.
You brought it here? We thought it was from China, but it was actually from the other way.
That's so funny.
Was that scary moving during all that shit?
I mean, yes, it was 100% terrifying because they were like, hey, like almost 500,000 people are going to die. And I'm like, why am I here right now? It was very, very weird. But like in Nigeria, we already had something very similar. I don't know if you remember. We had Ebola. Mm-hmm. That was like a couple years ago. So there was like a lot of, and it wasn't just Nigeria, it was also like Africa. So basically I had like mentally unconsciously like prepared for it. And I was like, okay, it isn't going to be that bad because of how Ebola worked. And I think like part of those the resiliencies that Africa had built and Nigeria had built is part of the reason why COVID wasn't as bad in Nigeria.
It's true.
Essentially.
I listened to this book called 1493. So it's all about after like they discovered North and South America and like all the different differences with the food and all this stuff, right?
Was that when Columbus came?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So Columbus came in 1492.
Oh,
so the book is
okay.
called 1493, basically being like everything after, you know. But anyways, one of the reasons why, you know, they tried to enslave white people and everybody. They tried to, but Africans had so many more resiliences to the diseases and shit for whatever reason. They just naturally had it.
Yeah.
So that's why they became like the main slave in Brazil and in North America and everything, because they just wouldn't die. They were trying to ship in fucking Russian people and they just kept dying. Yeah. So
this is so freaking wild.
so yeah, I wonder if Africa's natural immunity to certain diseases helps for COVID too. I'm sure it did.
I feel like it really did, because that's like many Nigerians, even me, like I'm pretty sure I've had malaria multiple times. So it's
Really?
Dude, malaria is insane. It will knock you out.
Yeah, no shit. That's what everybody was dying from in 1493.
1493. Pretty much everyone was dying of malaria, but
God damn.
so it's just like, yeah, my immune system is resilient, hardened immune system.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what was it like in the boarding school? Was it like all boys, or what was it like?
No, it was like a combination of boys and girls. So, but basically, like boys had their own hostels and girls had their own hostels. And again, I feel like I consider that to be like one of the best years of my life, because it was very, very I was insanely physically active. It built me, and I feel like honestly, it's the only reason I was able to move here. Literally the only reason.
Really?
Because that's the thing. I was living alone. They shipped me off by like 10.
Oh,
so basically,
right.
from like 10 to 16, I was in boarding school, living by myself, making decisions, getting bullied a lot.
Really?
Dude, I got bullied a lot. It was insane.
That sucks.
Again, sucked very, very hard, but for the most part, I feel like it allowed me to develop like better people skills, being able to like lie to people and be like, oh my gosh, like I promise I am such a great guy or something. Basically, like the survival capabilities that you build is really what helps you like for the rest of your life. And I feel like when I have kids, 100% they are going to boarding school. Like
really,
like doesn't you like you need to go to boarding school to really like find yourself and to start encountering that like challenges that really like shapes you into like a strong, quote unquote, a strong man. I'm not anywhere where I want to be right now, but I feel like if I didn't go to boarding school, I'll be much more scared of the world, literally much more scared of the world.
Yeah, I believe it. So how often did you see your parents?
Like once a month.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, which is very, very good.
I thought it was like once a year or something.
Nah. So basically, like I was in school from like let's say January to July. We'll see them once a month, and then from July to like August, we have this thing like the end of the year summer break.
Okay.
Then we go home for like all throughout August, then come back in September.
That's awesome.
For the rest of the year.
So are you guys in like uniforms too?
Yeah, uniforms
Nice.
as well. It was again, it felt very much like prison. It was very, very. It did feel like prison a lot.
How were the teachers and stuff?
Mean. I mean, at some point in time, that was like when I was like 14. I was getting beat every single day, almost
By the teachers.
Yeah, by the teachers.
Holy shit!
Oh no, they are not against capital punishment at all. They're pro capital punishment every single day. But again, it made me realize I was fucking up in many aspects of my life, and
that's crazy.
Right.
So like with a ruler or like with their hands, or how would they hit you?
That is so freaking cute. Okay, so that's the thing. They didn't use belts because largely a belt is going to break and it is going to damage, and the teacher doesn't want to have to buy another belt. So they have they have like this stick. Is a stick, and it is basically like a thin, slender stick. And basically that's what they beat you with.
God damn.
20 strokes every single day. It's brutal.
Shit. So every day, no matter what, or like if you did something wrong?
I mean, I always did something wrong, so it was kind of like, again, I had to come in.
God damn. So like after school, you'd have to get your punishment?
No,
or in the middle of class?
It was really like in the middle of class. Sometimes, let's say, they have
God damn, that's crazy. Yeah. So he would just get pissed at you and just be like, boom, 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 boom.
There was this time, I should, this is a true story. Like, we had I do not forget, I can't say it. We had a geography teacher.
Okay.
This was when I was 14. And I think none of us, either we all failed like a test or we didn't submit an assignment on time. But point is, he told us to do this like on our desk. So we did like this on our desk.
Okay.
And he flogged every single one of us.
Oh my God.
It was wild. That was how he started the class. You just like put you on this thing on this.
Bam, bam,
boom. Every single person. I'm 100% sure there's one of my friends. When he listens to this, he'll be like, "Yep, I remember that." It was insane.
That is insane.
Another thing you did, you're like this.
Right, you don't know when it's coming.
You don't know when it is coming. It was wild.
That is wild. So are people like crying and stuff, or you just kind of take it?
That's the thing. You don't want to be the guy that is crying.
Right.
Again, a bunch of girls are looking at you and you're crying. Like, nah, you do not want to be that guy.
Right. So the girls are getting hit too.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That would never happen in the United States. That's crazy.
I feel like, so is it like it stopped happening or it can happen?
No, it definitely stopped happening.
Oh, yeah.
I never experienced anything like that. I'm 26.
Right.
And my dad, who's 50, I don't know if he got hit by his teachers. Probably not.
Right.
I've always heard that like Catholic school, they would, like the nuns would be a little bit more aggressive with that. So maybe like if my dad went to a private school when he was a kid, maybe he would have gotten hit. But like my grandparents definitely
100%
were getting hit by teachers and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, it's just so crazy to think like that would be all over the news.
Right.
That
it would be like a teacher just went and was in
They would go to prison. People would freak the fuck out. Yeah. Like people don't even hit their kids anymore, right? Which I'm sure there's pros and cons to spanking, right? You know? Like you said, discipline is good.
Yeah.
You learn that lesson.
Spare the rod, spoil the child. You do not want to spare the rod at all.
Yeah. But my dad, not in school, but his dad, when he would get in trouble, he would have him cut a branch down in the backyard, and that's what he would get hit with. So, yeah, I always thought that was fucked up because it'd be like, you got to get the weapon.
Right.
Like you have to go find the thing he's going to hit you with. But, my parents never hit me or.
And do you feel like that made you a better person?
I think it was good, and I think that makes me love my parents. Oh, yeah. Right? It doesn't make you afraid of your parents.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure that would be scary if I knew I did something wrong and my dad was coming home from work and I was terrified that he was going to hurt me. He was going to yell at me, but he wasn't going to hurt me. So I think that was good. but I also was smoking weed and fucking around. So maybe I wouldn't have done that if they were more stern. But no, I think overall it's better. Like I think you would resent your parents like when you grow up a little bit. Like, dude, you fucking abused me all the time, and now like you're hanging out like nothing happened. It's like, what the hell,
But that's the thing. I feel like my issue has always been like, are you supposed to love your parents or are you supposed to appreciate them? And I feel like there's that dichotomy, and I feel like this is a very, very weird thing to say, but I feel like you should appreciate them, not necessarily like love them.
Interesting. Right. Like they're not your friend.
Yeah,
they're your parents.
Exactly. They're your parents or something like that.
Good point. Yeah. And again, I think you should discipline your children, and I think that they should respect you for sure.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
But yeah, you see people in public where it's like their kids running all over the place or something, and it's like, all right.
It's just being very, very badly behaved, and it's just like, it can be very, very annoying. But again, I feel, it comes down to this, like people don't know the line. Either they underdo the discipline or they overdo it, and then you overdo discipline and then your child resents you underdo it, and eventually the child resents you because they feel like they didn't have that level of accountability that made them maybe stand on their feet, that made them avoid, let's say, bad habits or something like that, essentially. But
there's this baseball player, I can't remember his name now, but he doesn't talk to his dad anymore. And it's this whole thing because...
Is it like right now, he still plays baseball?
Yeah, I think he's like one of the top players right now, whatever. I'm blanking on his name, but point being, he doesn't talk to his dad, hates his dad, all this stuff, because his dad forced him to play baseball every day, practice every day, right? All this stuff, right? Didn't have a social life. All he did was baseball. And so now he hates him and doesn't talk to him. But you're like, yeah, but he got you to the fucking pros. You're a professional baseball player. You'd think that maybe you'd be like, hey, Dad, thanks, but I'm sure he was cruel and whatever, but it's like, it worked.
Yeah, but the other thing is always like the sacrifice for success, and it just sucks. It really, really does.
So how close are you to kids? I know you said you didn't have a girlfriend, but like, would you want to start a family anytime soon, or?
Oh no, not soon. Absolutely not soon. Nope, I do not have my life in order. No, I can't. Literally right now, I'm not. I can't. I don't think I can have kids. Not for maybe.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, exactly. Knock on wood. Maybe in 5 years, then I'll start like thinking about it. But I'm not for right now. Okay.
What do your parents say? Do they want grandkids or?
No, I mean they already have grandkids. I have 3 sisters. They have.
Gotcha.
Like I am on
You're
my
good.
Yeah, exactly.
Are they still in Nigeria?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're the only one in the United States.
No, I mean I have 2 sisters in the UK and one in Canada.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a very dispersed family.
Yeah. So did you just get lucky and then you were able to get to the United States, or did they want to go to?
I mean, they wanted to go there, and I got like admission to a school in Missouri. So I went for grad school, then I got a job in Chicago.
Cool. What was the college?
Missouri University of Science and Technology.
Ooh.
SNC.
Cool. Where was that at? What town?
Rolla, Missouri. So it's like literally in the middle of Missouri. Yeah, again, very, very weird. Like 2 hours away from St. Louis.
Yeah, that's rough. Missouri's
is very red, very, very. It's giving sun downtown, but
yeah, definitely.
But I mean, I did like it there. Like, regardless of like how Republican they were still like ridiculously nice people.
Oh, I'm sure. So. Also, that's America, right there.
Yeah, like very, very Americana.
Right. If you went to New York, that would be cool too. Obviously, New York City, but like going to middle of fucking Missouri.
Middle of Missouri, yeah.
That's
getting
America.
The truest American this thing there.
Yeah. So from there, then you finished and then came to Chicago.
Yeah, I then came to Chicago.
Cool. So why'd you pick Chicago?
I mean, that's the thing. I've always wanted to live in New York because of, again, I've seen all the TV shows. Have you watched How I Met Your Mother?
Of course. So
good. Set in New York. So basically, that's like kind of the life I always wanted to live. And then I saw how much my company was offering me. And I was like, yeah, I don't think I can do that. So basically, I chose Chicago because it kind of felt like New York, but much, much cheaper.
It really is.
And that is pretty much why most people in Chicago are in Chicago.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that. Yeah, it's a great city. And yeah, it doesn't have as much. I feel like it's a little bit less rough around the edges than New York. Like,
yeah, significantly.
And the city will just fuck you. You know, like you just get a parking ticket. Then
Or-
you know, it's like everything just keeps happening. Where Chicago, maybe it feels a little bit more manageable. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I was in New York like 2 weeks ago, and
Oh, cool.
Yeah, dude. I shit you know, I could never drive in like down in Manhattan. I can never do that thing. It is insane. The roads are ridiculously narrow. Pedestrians are just walking like they don't even care. It is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I could never do that.
That sucks. Yeah, you have to be a pedestrian in that kind of city.
Yeah, 100%. Like
Take
it
the
doesn't
train.
even make sense to have a car at that point in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to get on Kyoto in Madison Square Garden. I didn't get on, which sucked. But
Yeah.
still,
How was the show?
It was such a great show, dude. Have you watched it on Netflix already?
I have not, but I watched Kill Tony.
Okay, nice. So basically, like in this show, they picked this guy, and the guy went up and apparently he was talking about how he loved saying the N-word. Dude, he wasn't black, okay? He wasn't black. Talked about how he loved saying it, or basically, or how he loved, like when black guys said it to him. It was very, very weird. And I shit you not, 18,000 people booed him in unison. It was insane. Like half of Madison Square Garden was booing him.
That's
You know,
nuts.
I really hope that guy doesn't like off
Kill
himself.
himself,
Because it can, dude. You know how insane that is. 18,000 people booing you at unison.
Dude, and then you walk away and you're just like, what the fuck was that?
You don't have to like walk away and come back and sit with the rest of us, because that's the thing. So basically, let's say this is Madison Square Garden,
Yeah.
or basically like a circle like this. They put this is where Kill Tony is. All the audience were sitting here and we're sitting at the back.
Okay.
The dude had to come back, sit down with the rest of us after getting booed by all of these people.
Right,
I just felt bad for him.
What do people say? Like, hey, good try, or
No, everyone literally ignored him.
right,
Do you
get
know-
away from me.
Do you know how sad that is? No one even like high. Normally they will high five you and everyone just like.
But
yep.
that is a good clip though.
It is not a good clip.
But it's good because it's so bad. You know, like I got booed at Madison Square Garden. Like that's,
Right.
that's a good headline. You know?
Yeah, a bunch of people are going to like watch it and like they're going to click it 100%.
But when it's like a racist thing, it's like, ooh.
yeah, like people don't even want to support it at all. Like we just feel bad. I mean, I looked at it, I was just like, God damn. And that's like why again I keep saying that with like an open mic, you need to go to open mics to be like, okay, is this funny or is this not funny? And then you take the thing that is actually funny and then take it to a proper stage. So it's kind of like that guy. I want to feel bad for him. I'm also like, you shot yourself in the leg.
Right.
You did, like 100%. Like why? You could have tried that joke out somewhere smaller, and then if it was actually good, maybe you wouldn't get booed.
Right. Yeah. And that's the thing with Kill Tony too, is people like at Madison Square Garden, it's like, oh, this is the first time I've ever done stand up, and it's like, why the fuck
It's
would
true.
you do
Like,
that?
why are you literally here right now? Like, create space for people that actually need
Right.
it.
Some guy's been doing it for 10 years, wants to take your spot. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's very insane. Did you watch the one that they did at Bridgestone Theater? Or Bridgestone Arena in...
I'm not sure who's the guest.
I think it was Mark Norman.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. They did that one in Tennessee.
Gotcha.
And yeah, Kid Rock was also there.
Oh, yes, I did watch that one. Yes.
Yeah. They had a bunch of people that were doing it for the first time. And I'm like, okay, I guess. Good for you.
Yeah, that's so annoying.
Very, very annoying.
And like I get it, like if you're at the mothership, it's like, okay, that's a little bit less important, but the Madison Square Garden one, you're just like, come on, let a pro do it.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
let someone that actually has been doing it for a bit try.
So do you like Kill Tony? Because I've had comics on that some people hate it, some people like it.
Dude, I fucking love it. I mean, that's the thing. I feel like for the most, if you have your it's 1 minute of comedy.
Right.
Like if you've been doing stand up for like 3 months, ideally you should have 1 minute that can be like 100%. Okay, maybe not 100%, 80%. This is going to work. So if you go there and you fuck up your minutes, that is purely on you. 100%.
Yeah.
The interview, on the other hand, that is where you can like go off the rails. And even if you're not that funny, but if you have like a decent enough minutes, right, like again, you are still good. You can get a tiny little joke book. But that interview, that is when you're like, that is when your personality is supposed to show out. And if you fuck that up,
Right. And you see that where sometimes somebody does have a great minute, and then their interview is just kind of flat.
Right, exactly. It's very, very flat. So.
Or somebody sucks at the minute, but then the interview is crazy because this guy lived an insane life, and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, you would be great because obviously you're a comedian, so you would have a good minute, but then instantly the accent, boom.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, they're going to fucking love it. It's like you'll be like, "Where are you from?" or something like that. They are going to insult me a lot.
Why are you gay?
Exactly, dude.
Do you get that a lot? I'm sorry.
I get it so many fucking times. It's absolutely insane.
Is that Nigerian or is that just African?
Ironically, it's the guy is from Uganda. It's not even Nigerian. It is wild. That interview is completely insane. Blew my freaking mind. So freaking hilarious.
So did you have something prepared for the interview for Kill Tony if you got pulled up, or?
No, that's the thing. You can't really prepare for the interview, but you can prepare for like your 1 minute. But that's the thing. Even for the interview, you can. I feel like I could probably predict, like Tony will be like, where are you from? What do you do? Things like that. Like he already, like if you watch it enough, he always asks us like, what do you do? Do you have a girlfriend? Like things like that. So you can't technically come pre-prepared with some answers that you think you'll get a pop or something.
Right. You could have a couple lines, some African line or something about, right, whatever, not having a girlfriend. Right. Dude, that's awesome too. When it's like, I've never kissed a girl in Austin, and they get some girl from the crowd. That's always fun.
No shit. I didn't know that.
You never seen that?
No fucking way, dude. Thank you very fucking much. I literally cannot wait.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, just moved to Austin. Oh, have you kissed anybody yet? No. And then they'll like play some music, and then they'll be like, somebody in the crowd, and some girl some slut will stand up and want to kiss you or whatever.
That is so fucking cool. I'm going to go to Austin literally only to do that right now.
But it is funny because every once in a while it'll be like some gross guy, and then no girl will stand up. And then they're like, all right, guys, come on, seriously, somebody kiss this guy. And he's just standing there like an idiot. Or some like gross lady will get up and you're like, ugh.
This is so wild. I feel like that's like why people have issues with Kill Tony, because it kind of feels like an embarrassment thing, ritual, or a humiliation ritual or something. And I'm like, if you're funny, then it isn't the humiliation ritual.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Plus, like I feel like for the most part, even like most of stand-up really is a humiliation ritual. Like it is humiliation in a way that is funny, and if it is funny, then you feel good about it. Then it doesn't feel like humiliation anymore. Yeah.
I guess humiliation ritual. I was thinking that was like when, like they say, like black men have to wear like a dress in movies. Have you ever heard that before?
Like Terry Crews or Madea.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep, not what? What is his name? Medea.
Tyler Perry.
Yes. Yeah. But anyways, Cat Williams. Did you ever watch the Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp?
Shannon freaking Sharp.
That shit was crazy. But anyways, in that, Cat Williams kept being like, basically to become a movie star, you have to do this humiliation ritual where you wear a dress and basically act gay. For the producers or something. I don't really know what he was implying, but and then after you do that, then you can get famous. And so Cat Williams was like, I never put the dress on, like all that shit. Like I never sucked anybody's dick or whatever.
Right.
But
which is wild because he's still like very, very famous and easily, arguably one of the best comedians ever.
Oh, for sure. And especially that interview, like I felt like cemented him
as the greatest of the greatest.
Yeah, as just like the GOAT. That was so nuts. There's so many quotable lines from that.
Right.
So good. Shannon Sharp's crazy too.
Dude, I know she literally ruined his life. Dude, I'm like, I really don't want to laugh at him, but it is so fucking hilarious. It literally is.
The OnlyFans chick?
Yeah. That apparently he retired the OnlyFans girl before his family, and I'm like, bro, so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd? Okay, obviously you are already past that. But if you hadn't met your girlfriend, do you think you'd ever date like an OnlyFans girl?
That would be tough. That would be tough. I would say no.
Dang. Dude.
Would I go on a date with her? Sure.
Yeah.
Would I fuck some slut? Yes,
nice.
Maybe.
Very fucking cool.
But no, I would have a problem with that, and I wouldn't want to have sex on camera. I think that's a big part of it. Like if you're the boyfriend, they want you to be consistent with them. That way they can not have to fuck a bunch of random people. They can just keep fucking the same person and still make videos out of it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to do that.
Obviously, like you also don't want your girlfriend fucking a bunch of random guys,
Exactly.
even regardless.
Right,
Even
so do it with me. Yeah.
Right.
But no, that would be tough, dude. Also, just like the fact that everybody that she knows has seen her naked. That's just like a thing in the back of your head. Every time you go to a party, it's like, all these people probably have seen her naked. That's kind of weird. I don't know. I'm all pro girl power and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
But
female empowerment.
Would you? I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
You're like a cuck, kind of, right?
I feel like it. And dude, we're going to like get very, very deep right now. But I feel like it depends on the kind of like content that the girl makes. So if she's like making, right,
45 minutes, so we're good.
very
15 more
good.
minutes.
Nice, very,
Okay.
very good.
Okay, so sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, so I just feel like it depends very, very much on the kind of like content that she's making. If she's making solo content,
Sure.
then I can be like, okay, sure, it's fine. Like, okay, it's fine. But that's the thing. If it comes down to the fucking on camera, I mean, I'm not against it, but I don't want to be one of those guys that is in the porno whose face is covered. And
Sure.
I'm like, that is such a bitch ass move. That is the only reason. That is the only reason why I wouldn't want to do it. Literally, it is my own ego is the only reason why. Like, I have no moral qualms against it, just my ego. So I don't want to be guy in the porno with like my face covered. So
mask?
with the fucking ski mask on.
That's so crazy.
It is the lamest fucking thing ever. It is so fucking lame,
Right.
and I'm just like, bro, it just that's like the reason, part of the reason why. But I feel like if she's making solo content, like I'm like, okay, fuck it. At this point in time, like,
Right, being naked online doesn't bother you.
that literally doesn't.
It would just be other men in real life
so
being with her.
Right, exactly. So I feel like my own thing is okay. It comes down to probably like I'm not mature enough, or maybe I'm still very, very vain. But I feel like shit. Okay, I'm going to sound like such a misogynistic piece of shit right now, but I feel like if other guys want to fuck my girlfriend, that is pretty fucking cool. In my own opinion, it's just
I
kind of
got
like,
you.
okay,
Yes.
do you want to be with a woman that is desirable, or do you want to be a woman that is not desirable? So it's kind of like, it is the balance, and I'm like, please give me desirable, even if a bunch of guys are like,
Right.
like that's the thing is like, okay.
You got her.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone
I'm
wants
the
her,
one.
and you
Everyone
get
wants her. So basically, she's my own prize as opposed to a bunch of other guys. So that's the thing. Like, in our DMs, you're going to have two types of guys. You're either going to have the guys that are like, oh my god, she's the best thing ever. Oh my god, like I want this thing. Like those guys, I feed off their energy. I'm like, oh my god, all these guys want my girlfriend. They can't have her. Then there are the guys that will be like, oh my god, she's such a whore who tries to like date her or something.
Right.
Those guys, I know one thing about those guys. Those guys are upset that they don't have her, even though they're like, oh my god, she's such a whore or something.
Right.
Yeah, that is like them manifesting, hey, I actually want this, I want her, but I don't have her.
It's the same reason, just differently.
It's completely different. It's basically like a weird evolution of love, essentially. It's very, very weird.
Right. And again, it's probably the guys that have been rejected their entire lives.
Exactly.
And resent women because of it.
Because of it.
I don't know, man. What about the money part of it? Like, would you be okay with having a girl that makes more money than you?
Well, there's this clip. I think I'll try to like I'll see if I can send it to you. But basically, like this woman is interviewing an African guy, and is like, "Hey, would you ever date a woman that makes more money than you?" And the guy looks and is like, "Never. I will never do such a thing in my life." I mean, for the money thing, I don't think I would have. I don't think I'll have an issue with it. Like literally, I don't think so. I feel like I wouldn't. I feel like why many women that make way more money than men, or than their men, is why they tend to have issue is either the man sees that as a reason to become complicit, and then he's like, okay, my girlfriend makes a lot of money, she's a millionaire, I don't have to do anything, I can just chill. And that's the thing, even that is deeply unattractive.
Right.
It really is.
You're
It's
a
just,
pussy.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, you're being a pussy. Like, let's say your girlfriend went out, she went to work, did all the hard work. You've been at home playing video games. Like, that's very fucking annoying. This is literally irritating.
Yeah.
Even me, myself, if I have a girlfriend or a wife, I go out and I walk and she's just home doing nothing, and I come back and she hasn't done anything, she hasn't cooked, she hasn't cleaned, everything's a mess. I will be fucking pissed.
Of course.
So that's the thing. I feel like that complicity is where the disrespect now comes in, and I feel like if you aren't complicit, if you are still like very, very hard at work, you're still like grinding, you're doing all of that, even if she's making more money than you, she's going to respect it. And that's the thing. Like most men, they're just like, okay, she makes way more money than me. What's the point? Like, you need to not be complicit, and if you aren't complicit, she's still going to like you.
Right. Even if you have some shit job, you're a fucking garbage man or something.
Yeah,
But it's like, hey, you still get up and go to work every day. You're still
Yeah.
trying. You're not a total loser just living off of me. Yeah. And yeah, there's something attractive about still actually working and giving a fuck too, right? And once you stop caring, that's when it's like...
That is when people like, it goes to shit. And again, it goes even the other way around. Even if you're a man and your wife is just like not caring.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like, I feel like when like wives stop caring, that's when... And again, I am going to sound like such a misogynist right now. That is when
I don't think you have been. That's
okay. That's when they start to like gain weight, and when they're...
Sure.
Yeah, which again... Some men can like it, some men don't like it. But I feel like love in the sense is I am going like love is very, very tricky. I'm going to ask your opinion on this. There's love me regardless of however I look. Okay.
Sure.
So if I'm fat, you're going to love me. If I'm skinny, you're going to love me. If I'm
unconditional.
Unconditional. Then there's also the love. I want to look good for you. I want to look attractive for you. I want your friends to be jealous. I want your friends to be envious of you. That is why I'm going to put in the effort to consistently look good. And I feel like in lots of ways, that degree of, what's the word? That's that rift that maybe many men and women have. So it's not necessarily like a guy would see his girlfriend getting quote unquote fatter, and then he would interpret it as maybe he doesn't know how to like really interpret it. So is it like, hey, you're gaining a lot of weight, you need to lose weight, you need to go to the gym, as opposed to what he's really saying is, hey, I want you to put in the effort.
I want you to care. I want you to try.
Exactly, to look good enough for me.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, no, I think that makes sense. And you do see couples where they get together and then they both gain weight because they're both happy with each other and they're fine, right? And okay, that's cool. And I get that, and like you're comfortable with each other and you don't need anybody else. So you don't need to look attractive anymore because you're not dating anymore. So you're fine with getting fat together, right? I'm on the other side where, like you said, I think you should try to look nice for your partner because you're the only person I get to sleep with. So let's try to be attractive to each other, right? And like you said, it's also hot to be like, oh wow, she worked out all day trying to look good for me. Right. And so I think that makes sense. And that is a hard conversation to have, but if your girlfriend is gaining weight, I don't know how you really approach that, but
I also feel like there's also like the you yourself, like, because it's kind of like, hey, I can't tell my girlfriend, hey, I need you to work out, and then I'm not working out. It's completely insane. So I feel like you need to like maybe most guys need to be like, okay, what do I want and what am I willing to do? So it's kind of like, again, if I'm consistently working out, chances I want a girlfriend that is probably also doing that and can see herself doing that for the next maybe 10, 30 years, essentially.
Also, who did you date when, who was the person when you first started dating? Was she working out when you first started dating?
Right, exactly.
And then she stopped? Because that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Or if she never did, then it's kind of like, well, what are you going to do? Shape the torta into the woman you want. It's like that's probably not going to happen either.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So no girlfriends in the United States.
I mean, I've only had one.
Okay.
And to be honest, I actually really didn't date a lot in Nigeria. I tried to get a girlfriend in Nigeria once, and she kept rejecting me. So rude of her. I really hope she dies right now.
So do people... Was it just you, or did other people date in your school, or how did that work?
I mean, that's the thing. Like,
was it just not as common?
I feel like it really wasn't as common, at least in boarding school, which is like teenagers, like 10 to 16. I feel like more people should have been dating then, but I think there was, again, we're all going through puberty. We had recently discovered porn, so it was kind of like, women are not as good as this, okay? This is way, way better.
That's true, yeah.
So basically, I think I went through, like, at least boarding school, like, porn is the best thing ever. And then I went to college, that was like undergraduate, and tried to date a little bit. But again, that motivation to, like, date wasn't there. It wasn't until, like, after I graduated boarding school. And I feel like, okay, part of the reason why I didn't really want to date in college was I had an abundance of friendships. So I didn't, like, something in my brain wasn't like, hey, go and get a girlfriend, because I already had enough friends. Like, I lived,
all the boys.
Exactly. I was constantly with all the boys, dude. Like, in my final year of college, I lived in a room that was roughly half the size. Chill. Roughly half this size. There were 12 of us staying. It was insane.
What?
It was completely insane. 12 of us living there. It was roughly half the size. There were like 4 guys sleeping on the floor.
This is in Africa.
Yeah, in Nigeria. four guys sleeping on the floor. There were bunk beds, and one on top, one down, one on top, one down.
Oh my
and there were like 2 people sharing it. So it was insane. A lot of us staying there. So
whoa.
I had an abundance of friendship, and again, I just didn't see that need. Like, nothing in my brain was, hey, get a girlfriend.
Right. Plus, you have the porn, so it's like
exactly.
That,
it was like
that itch is scratched.
Right.
I've had this guy, my buddy Nick. He did the Peace Corps after college.
Oh, okay.
And he was in Botswana, so not Africa, but not close to Nigeria.
I mean, it's but still Africa.
And he was saying that it's a Christian majority country, but they're very loose with relationships. Like, he said that basically, like, a man will have a girlfriend. He'll have his wife at home, right? Then he'll have a girlfriend at work, and then he'll have a girlfriend like one town over where he like buys the stuff for work or whatever. Like, he's like, that's just how they do it. And then he's like, and then the girl will have the same thing. She'll have, the mailman will come by or whatever, and that's her boyfriend. It's like everybody kind of knows about it, but you don't talk about it.
So it's very, very French.
Exactly. And then he was even saying that it's very common where girls who are young, because it's a poor country, girls who will be 16 or 18 or whatever will date like a like 35-year-old, 40-year-old man, right? So it's kind of like he'll give her some money or he'll pay for her car or whatever the fuck like that,
right?
And in exchange, he's fucking a young chick or whatever. But that's just sort of like a common thing. Like, we're like, it's like part of like the economy almost, where like the older men will pay for the younger girls. I don't know. It's
but I feel like
it sounded crazy, but it kind of makes sense, I guess.
They also do that in America, right? But I mean,
sugar baby,
yeah, but it isn't as young. Basically, it's more or less like 25-year-old girls going on with like 40-year-old dudes or something.
50-year-old men. And he was saying that I forget exactly what they called it in Botswana or whatever, but it was like Les 14 or something like that. And basically, it's like a compliment you would say to a young girl, saying like, "You look like you're 14," implying that like,
damn, bro.
You're like, fuck.
Well, I feel very ashamed right now. God damn.
Yeah, that's hundreds of miles away from me. So don't worry about it.
It is very, very funny. Those things, like, I still even remember there was this time my mom used to teach, and like apparently someone had gotten accused of like failure or something, and I was in a school at the time. I was basically in school, and one of my mom's friend was like, "There's no reason why you should find a girl less than 15 attractive." And I'm like, "Mom, there's no reason why you should find a woman less than 18 attractive. Stop normalizing pedophilia." It was very weird, but still, these dudes are like 14, bro.
That's old school, yeah.
Right?
15 is nuts. And I like, okay, back in the day, right? Hundreds of years ago, people would die sooner,
right? All
that sort of stuff. So I guess I could see that if you're 15, that kind of maybe makes more sense. Also,
but you were hooking up with other 15-year-olds. I mean, it wasn't that. There probably wasn't that huge age difference,
right? But yeah, now it's like we're older. There's with the school, like the school system, I would say, children are together at that age,
right?
And they're separate from adults, right? So I think that alone, it should be like, that's the separation. If you're in high school, you should not be interacting with adults, because adults know more. They can manipulate you. you're not as aware of the world. Like you said, the boarding school kind of helped you become a man and you learn how life is, right? Like all the kids are figuring that out. If some fucking rich dude comes in and starts hooking up with this high school chick, like her whole view on life is going to be distorted. So obviously it's bad. It feels not good.
It's horrible. Fuck them.
If you're like over 30 and you get pregnant, I think it's over 40. It's like super high chance of autism, super high chance of Down syndrome. Like it's really, you should not have kids. Even like in your late 30s is like kind of older. And obviously now modern medicine, it's easier. But like,
oh shit! I literally didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, which is fucked up.
Again, very, very fucked up. Huh. And kind of terrifying, to be honest. So I feel like that does explain why like men are always like, oh, when she turns 30, she's overweight, and I'm like, personally, I've always believed that because basically it's like the school of thought essentially is like, okay, women turn 30, their value reduces, and men turn 30 and their value increases.
It's true, we get hotter.
Yeah, sure. But I'm like,
more money.
Right. if you don't pull bitches in your 20s, chances are your 30s are not going to be that great. So I mean, it might be better, but you're not going to be killing it essentially.
Yeah, that's for sure. So would you date a African woman?
100%, definitely, without even thinking.
That's what you would want, preferred.
I mean, I'm not like huge on preferences. Like, okay, who do I think are the hottest women? White women. But I also really like Ethiopians as well. Ethiopians are
beautiful,
insanely beautiful.
Yeah, it's really cool.
But that's the thing, like, again, I've gotten to this stage in my life where I really don't have any preference. I'm like, so long
anything.
I mean, if she's fat, is she fat in the right areas? If she isn't fat in the stomach, I'm like, okay, let's fucking go. But that's it's kind of like, this is going to sound so freaking bad, but okay. Like, goddamn. Okay, again, I'm just going to go. Like, for a woman, and for, let's say, even for men, but that's the thing, like, many women, if you are fat, and you're only fat in the stomach, which basically means that, hey, you have tiny titties and you have a small ass and you're fat in your stomach. Do you know what I feel like biologically, that is called a parasitic build. Because that's the thing, like, think of it biologically. It basically means that I need to work harder to feed you, and you are not a suitable vessel to hold offspring, because one, you don't have enough titties to feed a child. Your hips are not wide enough to this thing to like bear a baby. So basically, I am working harder, and you can't give me the most viable offspring. That's why I just look at it like it's kind of like a parasitic build, and women should be like, okay, look at themselves. I'm like, okay, where do I store fat in? And if it is mainly in the stomach, maybe a cheesecake isn't what you should be having right now. Again, this is why I keep saying that this is going to sound very, very misogynistic, and I do feel bad, but I'm just like saying it's kind of like, God damn it. Okay, if I was a woman, I would look at where do I store fat, and if it isn't in the titties and in the ass, I might probably not have a cheesecake. I might not have cookies. It's going to be harder, but I feel like it would make me more appealing,
of course,
to a man and to the general public, and it will make me a better candidate for finding a man that probably has a lot of money and probably has a store and is probably has a long dick or something, basically.
Right, high value male.
Yeah.
But I think with women, now that we're really getting into it, I think that it's easy for a woman to get attention from men, right?
It is easy for beautiful women. Again, you do not want to be a parasitic build woman.
My point is, though, I think all women get attention no matter what. Even ugly women get attention. Men are gross.
Right.
Men will fuck anything, right?
Right.
So I think that most women get some amount of attention, and maybe that person with the parasitic build was hotter back in the day, right?
Okay.
Got all the attention and then started letting herself go, right. And then has this ego of like, I can get any man I want, even though 5 years down the line now she's unattractive, and but she doesn't really realize it or notice it because she had all that confidence growing up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or she's just a fat bitch who wants cheesecake. That could be it too.
Which is again totally fine, but it's just like, hey, if you're going to choose cheesecake over your sexual preferences and your sexual future, again, accept it and don't be upset about it. Essentially,
and what is kind of messed up is like the whole dad bod thing, where like a man can be a little chubby.
Yeah.
Biologically, the women are going, oh, he has enough money for food.
Okay, that is how they are looking at it. Okay.
I think that's what it is. It's like, oh, he's a big chubby guy. Oh, he can kind of protect me. Obviously, I think most women would want a big muscular man.
Yeah.
But the dad bod is kind of,
it also means
a second best. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not big and fat and gross, but just a little bit of extra weight is not that big of a deal because
like
it's
the beer belly, essentially.
Exactly. Which I'm pretty skinny, right?
Dude, good for fucking you. You look terrific. You're tall, you're skinny, you're white, dude. You have it figured
Big
out.
dick, I got it all. I'm just kidding.
Your feet say otherwise, but okay.
I'm just joking. I'll keep it ambiguous.
Nice.
What was I going to say? Oh, but so I'm really skinny, and I can't put on muscle. I'm just.
Wait, are you
tried.
taking the protein shakes and things like that?
Sure, protein shakes. I've done that, all the stuff, right? I'm sure I could work out harder and do like a bodybuilding more kind of lifts or whatever. But whatever, my body type, I'll say, is just very thin. But I don't gain very much weight. But I can't gain weight in a good way, but don't gain weight in a bad way either.
Right.
But anyways, the only place I do store fat is like a little bit of a beer belly, and it's so frustrating. And I've always been skinny my entire life, and like this last year, I'm just sort of noticing a change in my stomach, and I'm like, damn it.
Right, dude, that is what happens when you're in love, which is a good thing. It's a very, very good sign that you're in love. It is also like, for me, again, I'm not proud of it, but I feel like as soon as I start to see it, it's like, okay, it's time to start doing the crunches. That is me. Again, I'm not trying to like put that on you right now. I'm just like saying that if it is me, I'm like, okay, fuck, I don't want her to think I'm unattractive. I'll start doing the crunches.
Right, I don't want to lose her. Yeah,
right.
That's a great point. And I did uptick my push-up and crunch last like 2 weeks. That is funny. Okay, we're over an hour.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That is awesome.
It was great.
Yeah, I know.
Femi,
I had such
this
a great
was awesome.
time.
Yeah.
Drew, thanks so much for having me.
Love to have you on again. Any of your friends send it my way.
Yeah, I'll talk to James Niger. He has a ton of followers. If you post a clip, he'll put it everywhere. And again, a ton of people will see it, which is awesome.
That'd be great. Okay, shout out your Instagram, all that stuff.
Yo, Instagram F3_MME. So I can't wait for you guys to follow me. Please follow me. I need it.
yeah. No, you're really funny, and I like your stuff. So
thank you very much.
I had a fun time. We are out.
Perfect.